welcome to another edition of After the Whistle, Wednesday, February 26th. So it feels like spring outside, 48 degrees.
Yep. And then we're going to be lied to because on Monday, next week, it's going to be 9 degrees outside.
Right, sounds about right. Sounds about right. Sounds about New England weather.
That's why it's hard for us to take people's word for it. We can't even trust the weather. Look like a nice day. You go outside, your nipples fall off.
Oh, man. Let's talk about some basketball. Let's go to NBA. I just got to say that.
So how about them Celtics, man? Got that green screen in the back with the green.
Got the green. Got the green, and they playing like they want to get some more green. Like last night, they won 6 in a row, went up to Canada, and they just beat the brakes on. A stat that I saw is they've 15 straight, I think like 13 straight games where they made 15 or more threes. I think that's like an NBA record.
Well, I mean, last game they was talking about they were basically shooting on par. You know what I mean, for their consistent average. So, yeah, man, they're balling. You know, as a team, they're playing well. Granted, your stars are doing their thing, but when you have every win so far, the first when they played the Knicks in the beginning of their 6-game win streak, you had 6 guys in double figures.
Right.
And now, the past 5 games, you had 5 guys in double figures.
Yeah,
so, just well-oiled machines is what it's looking like. Yeah. You never know who's going to be the guy. We know who our stars are, but you don't, like what? Peyton Pritchard had like 28 a couple games ago, right?
Right.
So you don't really know who's going to kill, but everybody's producing.
Well, yeah, that third or fourth guy, you don't know which one is going to be. Even Derek White, he went through a slump in January, but he's picked it back up. And then I think I saw a stat about how they're doing this year in comparison to last year. Let me see if I can find it. Like stat wise, all right. So here it is. Like the category was 20-point victories last season. They were, they had like 11. That was 4th. This year they got 15. Offensive rating 122.3, which was 1st. That was last year. This year 120.5, which is 4th. Defensive rating 111.8, 3rd. This year 110.7, they're 5th. Net rating plus 10. This year plus 9. So last year they was 1st. This year they was 3rd. So basically they're still top 10 team, offense and defense, off of last year. They're still on a 60-win pace again. And, they're still, if they breeze through the playoffs again, it wouldn't shock it wouldn't shock sensible people that actually just pay attention to the Celtics. So
yeah, because I only watched some of that Knicks game the other night, and other than that, I haven't watched.
Did you watch the whole game, or did you turn it after they went up like 20-something?
I don't know. I heard the announcer talking about they hitting 15 threes, and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound normal. But all right.
Nah, well, I watched. Then I changed the channel because they was just, man, talk about the Knicks, all those moves they made because they wanted to stop the Celtics, and nothing's working. They're realizing that Karl Anthony Towns is not the defender that they thought he was. They're realizing Jalen Brunson, although he could give you stuff offensively, he's getting hunted on defense. The pick of Mikal Bridges doesn't solve the Tatum Brown issue. So it's kind of like, I think y'all made some bad calculations with these moves.
They're the Knicks. I think the last Knick I ever rooted for was Allen Houston. Granted, I do like Brunson. Always got to support Rick Kidd, but I'm just saying.
You're right. So they're going up against Detroit tonight. Man, Detroit, they've been quietly the talk of the NBA so far. Cade Cunningham, I mean, he should.
I like Melo too. That's my guy. But Devin Melo mostly. But yeah, man.
Like Cade Cunningham, should he get most improved player? I don't know if he was All-Star last year.
I don't even think it would matter if he was an All-Star. No, he wasn't an All-Star last year. But who else would you give most improved player to?
Right. Like they should get most improved player, and they should get coach of the year.
The Pistons have been a piss bucket for how many years, bro? They just won like 6, 7 in a row. I'm just saying. I think he deserves it.
Said no Pittsburgh.
You like that
one? Yeah, he definitely. I'm looking at it. His numbers last year: 22, 7 and 4. This year, 25, 9 assists.
Who else is going to be most improved though? That's all I want to know. That's better than.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Kerry Cunningham and the Piss Buckets. Granted, not anymore the Pistons, but
yeah, him and I think Bickerstaff should be coach of the year. Yeah, Detroit.
I'll be honest, I don't get into none of that coach of the year stuff. I just feel like there's always some weird coach of the year nonsense. I don't get into that.
You just don't want to be the coach of the year that gets fired.
But that's like a trend. I feel like
gets fired the year after you won coach of the year.
Like, how does that even happen? Like, I feel like you get coach of the year, you get at least a couple years just because of that.
You would think, right? You would think.
That's like an automatic extension.
Yeah.
For like a year or two, at least.
At least, but. All right. Yeah, Luka and the Lakers, they played the Mavs for the first time, but I feel like this game doesn't.
The Lucas?
I feel like this game doesn't hit the same because it was in LA and not in Dallas. I feel like it'll be different when he goes to Dallas. This was just like, all right, just another game, regular season game. And AD wasn't playing.
Yeah, I feel like when you run into your ex somewhere you didn't expect to see, it's different than when you go somewhere knowing your ex is going to be there. So he thought he had some emotions and nerves now. It's different when you go in that home arena. He might walk the wrong way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hopefully he doesn't because he hasn't been there that long.
Right.
But he might. Like, and it's just different.
Yeah, he started off on a tier 2, but it just still doesn't look right. For me, just visually, him in a Lakers uniform, I'm just like, he don't even look like a traditional Laker. Like, he don't look like somebody that should be on the Laker, but it happens. Lakers are playing really well right now. They're on the winning. They've won a few games in a row. Beat Denver the other day. They're on a 3-game winning streak, I should say. They beat Denver the other day. They got Minnesota tomorrow, but I feel like everybody's just getting settled in. But
Brown was out there looking like Dominique Wilkins last night. Just dunking everything, catching alleys, looking like it's what he should have been doing a couple years ago when he first got to the Lakers.
He ain't playing tomorrow. Watch him not play tomorrow because he got ice up or something.
I mean, he was dunking and getting in the high-low they was doing, you know what I mean?
Right.
How come him and AD couldn't do that?
I have no idea. Sometimes you got to look at the coaching. Like, J.J. Redick, like, why ain't y'all do the high-low? Or whoever was there last year, why ain't y'all do the high-low? Like, it's simple. So I think sometimes coaches be over-guessing themselves or overthinking. So sometimes you just got to look and go with the obvious, like, oh.
But what's his name? The Brown. I can't think of nobody's name today. I'm a mess. Maybe he attracts so many double teams and stuff down there, you probably really wouldn't throw it to him. He'd kick it right out or something like that. So who knows? Who
knows? All right, lastly, NBA. The Grizzlies and the Suns, wild game last night. It was like 151 to 148, and I saw a stat that said this was the first time a game with this much scoring that nobody scored 30 points. A couple guys came close, but this was just one of those old-fashioned shootouts. But the Suns, things aren't going well for the Suns right now. They've lost They lost 6 out of their last 7.
They low-key gave this game away. They only had to make some free throws. Yeah. They missed like 10 of them things. And then you let the Grizzlies shoot 90% from 3, and don't let me the turnover situation. You let the Grizzlies get 10 steals. You know what I mean? It's just they got to tighten up.
10 turnovers, as you said. They shot 50. They
didn't shoot bad.
Yeah, they missed those 5 free throws.
Grizzlies just shot way better. Way better.
Just shot way better. Got out the points in the paint. They killed them inside the paint, 52 to 34. Fast break points, 28 to 19. 4 less turnovers. It was one of those things. It came down to the little stuff that you got to do in basketball games to win the game. But yeah, the free throws, you got to make your free throws. late in the game too.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Suns, but they're gonna make that move.
It looks like it's gonna be an off-season move.
I mean, he's playing better, but my thing is like, I don't know how easy it is for you to play when you're always getting talked about getting moved.
Right.
I just feel it'd be easy for them just to move him.
Yeah, and they've dropped dramatically. They went from like, top 8 team to now they're not even in the play-in situation. They're like outside looking in on the play-in situation. They're 2 games back of Sacramento, who's 29-28, and 4 or 5 games back of Golden State and Dallas. So, yeah, and this was a team. This looked like a year. Well, this seemed like a year they'd just be competitive and be good, but I don't know. They started off good, and then things just went kind of south. It's weird. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah. NFL, we got some allegations.
Oh.
Justin Tucker, he's on that Deshaun Watson.
He's trying to get his foot rubbed.
Trying to get his foot rubbed, trying to get some other stuff rubbed. I mean, there have been a few accusations, but geez Louise, fellas, what's up with these guys in the league?
Man, I got a question. I've never been to a masseuse. I need to go to one. But why wouldn't you just get one? Like, hire a masseuse to come to the crib, have a rapport. You going to all these random women. I don't know if all these guys is creeps like they say it is, or these women trying to get paydays because something might have slipped on the hand or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, for one, they be naked, right, when you get masseuse or have drawers on. I had most people just be butt naked with a towel. So, like, are you trying to get a payday, or are these guys really creeps like that? But my thing is, though, the NFL and masseuses are under the strongest microscope of all time. So why wouldn't you move smarter, or just don't be a creep? I don't understand this. I don't understand why it's like a trend nowadays.
As Cameron said, just go to the ones that got the black windows.
Or go out the country. Because they'll give you a Happy Meal at the end. With no toy.
Yeah, and it's just like you going from one spot to another spot to another spot.
You sound like a serial creep.
Right. It just, the optics just aren't in your favor.
But you're a professional athlete. I mean, if you got money, you could hire a masseuse. I don't understand why they just don't hire a masseuse.
Or get a significant other.
Who's a masseuse?
Yeah, or even if she ain't.
Put her in classes to be a masseuse. Like, you got all the resources to just make sure you can stay out of trouble, but you guys just love playing with fire.
Get a YouTube tutorial or something, like, it's
get
just
you a stripper.
Yes, sir.
Came to find out he was messing everybody.
Like, you can pay numerous women to be a masseuse.
Get you a call girl. They provide all that type of service. you pay.
We don't know for a fact. We just say it. We heard some things.
You do, yeah. Allegedly, dude. Allegedly.
Nah, there's just way more resources than, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even going into masseuse. I'm an NFL player. So regardless of how much I need to be rubbed down, I'm going to get a lady to rub me down.
And I'm not sure if they have like they got team physical therapists and all the other stuff, but they should have like a team masseuse. Go to the team facility and get it done so you could be supervised in case, I mean, but
Then it makes you wonder, like, should there even be any privacy in these places?
Right.
Y'all always talking about invasion of privacy, but you got stuff like this happening. If there's a camera in the room, there'd be no reason for the he said, she said. It'd be on camera. So maybe bathrooms should only be private and dressing rooms.
Yeah.
But anything where there's 2 people and there's a service being, handled, there should always be some supervision or a third party or camera.
I completely agree with that because, things is getting out of control. They're getting out of control. Once again, these are just allegations by multiple women, though. So you're going to see how this thing unfolds. But, man, Maybe this explains why he was missing all them kicks this year.
He's stressed.
Yeah. Maybe he knew this was coming down the pipeline or something.
Whoa.
That's a major pause, man. It's a major. Justin Tucker, man. Let's hope it's not true. But they're allegations for now until you got to go to court.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Let's go to our +1 interview.
Pay anybody.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the +1 interview, and today we are joined by Belmont High girls varsity basketball coach, Ms. Shantell Jeter. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, Mukala. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on. You know, you're getting ready for the state tournament game this Friday against Newton North, which is one of the most anticipated games of the week, actually. How excited are you for your girls for this opportunity?
Super excited, actually. It's been a few weeks since we've played. We did not schedule any scrimmages, which we planned on it initially, but we've had bad experiences with that in the last couple of years of folks getting injured during those scrimmages. So we just decided to turn it up at practice over the last couple of weeks instead.
Definitely. What's kind of like the what's the energy with the girls? How are they feeling? Like, what's kind of their mood? Are they antsy for the game and can't wait for it to just get here?
So we have 8 seniors. So we have 8 girls who this is their last go at a state tournament run. So I think the girls are very excited. Again, we haven't played in a while, so we are all very excited to get out there on Friday, and we get to host, which makes it even that much more exciting.
Right. Overall, you know, when you just take a look back at the regular season, you did have some good non-conference scheduled games. You went out and played a lot of good teams. But what did you learn about your girls this season that's kind of got you ready for this state tournament run?
So one thing that I've noticed recently and talked to folks about is this is a totally different team than we had at the start of the season. I know you saw us at the Cambridge tournament when we played against Brookline and the Cambridge team. This is a totally different group of girls. I think the last few weeks as a unit, we've all turned it up. I think they've been listening to us more, which has been super helpful, and trusting each other and looking for each other more, which has been making just the level of play so much better.
And you know, I was as you said, I was at the game in Cambridge, those games in Cambridge, and also I was at the Cathedral game, where they had moments where they didn't play their best, but they also had moments where they showed what type of team they are, but it just wasn't all put together for a full game, for a full 4 quarters. So how are they? What were the learning lessons they took from those games that's helped them to be able to put together 4 full quarters of basketball?
I think so. We're part of the Middlesex League, which has a history of being a pretty competitive league. And I think this year there were a lot of curveballs in the league, a lot of different folks beating other teams that you may not have expected to go down like that. And as you mentioned, we had a few additional games. So in addition to Brookline and Cambridge, we played Andover and Cathedral. So I feel like we gave our team a lot of different looks this season, different types of teams to play. Cathedral is a very different team. They have bigs, they have smalls, they play fast, they play big. Andover, I think, was a pretty good matchup. And again, Brookline and Cambridge, all very different teams. So I think just exposing them to different types of teams is going to have them more prepared going into the tournament.
Definitely. And you said you have 8 seniors, but you also have a very, very talented freshman who's shown poise of how good she can be. Just for her, this is a stepping stone for her as well, because next year she's going to do a little bit more with the graduations of the seniors. How excited are you for her, for the folks that have not seen her play, to get a chance to see just how good she is?
So you were referring to our only freshman on the team, Sarah Geller. She's had a great season so far. We really love having her. She has a great work ethic. She's brought it to every single practice and every single game. And I feel like her level of just hard work and effort has forced the rest of the team to step up. And I think that's huge coming from a freshman. I think a lot of freshmen come in and they take a back seat. She comes in every day ready to work.
Yeah, definitely. What's kind of like for you as a head coach? You've been in this situation as a player. But from your days as playing, what was kind of some of your memories that you still hold from your time playing, and what are some of the things that you experienced as a player that's going to help you as a coach to get them ready to make this run?
I think one thing that I'm super lucky to have with my team as a coach is these young ladies all love each other and they care about each other. They spend a lot of time together outside of practice, outside of games. They host team dinners. I've even had them over at my place this season and last season, and they really love coming over. But I think just those relationships are super important. I got into coaching because I think it's important to have women representation in sport, and I want to continue to encourage more women to join me in coaching and officiating. I think these young women need to see more ladies that look like them and just more women in the space. But I think those relationships and just the closeness that my team has come together with over the last couple of weeks is going to really help us in the game on Friday.
Right, and you've gotten enough time to scout this Newton North team. What are some challenges that they bring for your team?
So Newton North actually has a young woman named Devon Burke, if I'm not mistaken. She's actually going to Babson to play volleyball and basketball. Super athlete. She can jump. She's very fast. She's trying to get through the lane. She's trying to get to the bucket. So we're definitely preparing for her. Lucky for us, I like to say we're a small team, but we have a few people who have size. I always played the 4 and the 5 at 5'9", 5'8.5", and my two biggest players are about my size. So they do what they have to do in that space. But we also use them in other areas, but we're definitely preparing for her. The rest of the Newton North team is pretty small. We know it's going to be a battle nonetheless.
Right. And also, for folks that don't know the time, please let them know the time of this game and the date and time.
So we are playing at Belmont High School, 6:30 this Friday against Newton North. It's very confusing when you come to Belmont High School. You want to drive around the building to the middle school and come in through the back side of the field house.
And then lastly, you got to get to practice, but can you just tell them about all the other stuff you got going on, You Go Girl, the clinics that you run, all the things that you're doing in the Boston area surrounding with the young women, getting them involved in the game of basketball?
So again, Shantell Jeter, I grew up in Boston. I went to Boston Public Schools. I work for Boston Public Schools currently in the Division of Student Support. We oversee the athletic department and we do a lot of programs with them. One of the programs is my basketball camp, which is called You Got It Girl. We will be launching information very soon for that. We see young ladies ages 6 to 16. We teach them basketball skills, social emotional skills. We're going to add a couple of different elements this year. We had focus groups. We had mindfulness resilience training for the girls as well. So we just want to create a space for them to gain skills that they can take with them outside of sport. My Instagram is @Coach Shantell. I post a lot of opportunities there for young people. I'm happy to connect with anyone, especially women who are interested in getting into coaching and young women and girls who have any questions for me ever.
And then you also got them doing yoga on Saturdays.
So that's Sunday. Oh, yeah. So I have a friend. Her name is Ruth Gonzalez. Her brand is Fierce Flex Wellness. She's actually joined us this season, and she comes and she works with my girls. She actually does assisted stretching as well. So she stretches the girls too. And we've been doing yoga, which I think has helped us tremendously. Last year, we had a lot of ankle injuries toward the end of the season. We added band workouts. I think the yoga and the stretching has really helped our girls to stay healthy.
All right, Coach. I really appreciate you taking the time before practice to chat with me. Good luck Friday, and I will see you soon.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.
That's one interview with Coach Shantell Jeter. I'm Mukala Kabongo. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. WNBA news, Diana Taurasi. She's hanging it up after so many years of basketball. She is going to hang it up, announced the retirement. I believe it was yesterday. She made the announcement. Well, going down as one of the greats. Remember that last time when I told y'all about UConn players or UConn teams and stuff like that? How they've been numerous UConn teams that went undefeated, but they're probably not even the best UConn teams. She was on one of those teams that went undefeated, and there's probably still a team that was better than her team, and her team was stacked.
And she's like the greatest UConn player ever.
Gino calls her the greatest winner in UConn history.
Yeah. Both ends, men and women.
Right.
Like, I remember reading articles about Diana Taurasi and stuff. We were the same size shoe. She was 12. Big old donkey feet. Yeah. So, but yo, man, kudos to her, man. Like I said, I had a crush on Sue Bird. They used to play together. You know what I mean? So I always follow Diana Taurasi, though. She's a killer.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, man.
Yeah, one at every level, too. One on the collegiate level, one in the, the professional level, Olympics. Her trophy case,
too.
her trophy case is probably, it might be like 2 rooms full of trophy cases, but one, shout out to her on a great career, hanging it up. Just don't be hating on the young players like you were on page.
I wonder if she's gonna get into coaching.
She got the complex of a coach, very fiery, always ready to argue something. Yeah, she'd make a good coach. She would make a good coach or a trainer. I mean,
she got to give it back to the game somehow.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
You don't have to, but you got so much knowledge and you are who you are. So you can sprinkle a little essence. You know what I mean, around the country.
Yeah, I could definitely see her as a head coach. She would definitely be a good coach. Imagine her as a high school head coach. Yeah, she'd lose her mind. Well, and not even because of the players.
It depends.
Officiating.
I would say the parents personally, because I felt like they complain about her working these kids too hard.
Yeah.
But now we got officiating too, but we got so many parents that weren't athletes, so their kids want to be athletes, and now they're in a world where they don't really know about, so they're educating themselves. But it's like, nah, you didn't hoop with us growing up, so stay back there. You know what I mean? So I feel like that'll be the issue because she actually hoops, and she got a brain, and she's not hearing that. Especially a lady too, who play at the highest level. They're not letting no daughter miss nothing for no dances, no quinceañeras. I ain't gonna add nothing else, but you don't miss games. You sign up for the season, you play every game. You don't miss it for nothing.
Speaking of that,
I wasn't even told about people died in my family because they waited till after the game. You know what I mean?
To piggyback off what you said, also I've seen this year where I've seen coaches make posts about parents scheduling vacations or trips during basketball season.
Irresponsible.
And the kids telling their coach, I'm not going to be in practice because I'm going on a family trip. And it's kind of mind-boggling because, one, who schedules trips during basketball season? Basketball season goes from November until March. Christmas break, they have tournaments. Winter break, they have tournaments. You can't wait until the basketball season's over. That's irresponsible.
That's a standard that should be the base in life. You start something, you finish it. You sign up for something, it's not about you, it's about the people you're playing with and for. So if a kid told me I don't even like coaching, so I train kids, but if a kid told me I'm not gonna make practice on a field trip or on a field trip, family vacation, I'd have been, all right, give me a uniform. I need somebody else to be here.
Right.
We're not doing this. But once again, when it's not a priority at home and the people at home don't fully understand the commitment it takes, why would the kids?
Right. Yeah, it's been a lot of
And if you start something, you just finish it. We live in a world of quitters. And I don't even like being around quitters like that.
And the most important thing about basketball, actually not even basketball, any sport, the most important aspect, the most important part is practice. You can't miss practice for any reason. Unless you're really, really sick, you can't miss practice. And too many people missing practice for reasons that are mind-boggling to head coaches. Just mind-boggling. And some of them lucky that they weren't even kicked off the team because back in the day, people got kicked off the team.
Quit teams and allowed to come back. I never had the nerve to quit a team because I never thought I'd be allowed to come back.
Right. You just got
so we got to change our mindset as people.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We veered off a little bit, but it's all good. NC State upset #1 Notre Dame. I'm mad I missed this game too because I heard it was a really good one. NC State girls with that win. It's so interesting too when the girls college basketball I think all the top teams are like top 10 or top 15 teams that all played each other. Some way, somehow, they've all beaten each other in some way. Like USC beat UConn beat South Carolina, USC beat I think UCLA or USC. UCLA beat USC, right? And
no,
it's
other way around.
Other way around.
I think so.
Right. Oh yeah. UC. That was their first loss. UCLA's first loss.
They beat them twice in a row, I think. Last year and this year.
Yeah. So like the women's game and the college hoops, it's been so interesting. Like all the teams that were just beating each other, and it's like. And with all that said, they're all probably gonna face each other in the tournament too.
Yeah, now this is real. I feel like this is real parity because you know, women's college basketball has been just ruled by a certain few teams.
Right, the same four. Right.
So now it's seems like a good amount of teams are having a chance. You know what I mean? To win the championship this year. So that's just good. It's good to watch because you don't want to watch your Sweet 16, Elite 8 be blowout still.
Right.
So you want competitive games. First 2 rounds, whatever.
Yeah.
After that, it's like, come on.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, the Women's March Madness is definitely going to be interesting to see like who comes out because whoever they name the favorite they might just say they're the favorite because we got to pick a favorite because there might be no clear-cut favorite just because of how the parity is and just how skilled and how good all these teams are. University of Miami hired Jay Lucas. Is this John Lucas' son?
Yeah, it's the youngest one.
The youngest one? Okay. They hired him as the next men's basketball head coach. He's at Duke right now, right? This assistant at Duke. Okay. This will be his first head coaching job. I mean, it's kind of like destiny or, because it's family. It's a family thing. Dad was a coach. I think John, the other brother, he's a trainer. He's a trainer now. He said he don't coach, but he trains a lot of players. But he could be a coach too if he really wanted to get in that coaching bag. But family legacy right there. I think he has a daughter that hoops too. I think it's a family hoops.
Young John, the third.
Nah, their sister. I think they have a sister that hoops too.
I couldn't even tell you. I heard a lot about Joe when I was in Texas. So.
Because that's where he runs his.
The Harrison twins was coming out of school when I was playing out there.
Oh, okay.
They were getting out of high school around that time.
Okay, yeah. Because he has that facility down there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I think sometimes they might do some things at Fundy too. That's that's a gym where they play a lot of pickup, a lot of leagues.
Okay.
There's no all the Rockets used to play down there and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it's a certified Jimmy Houston.
All right. Sure. Yeah. So congratulations to him. Boston College. These conference realignments. So Boston College, they're out west. They got 2 games. I think they got Stanford tonight and Cal on Saturday, or the other way around.
ACC?
But I completely forgot that Cal and Stanford are in the ACC.
I never even knew that. No, I just found out today.
I completely forgot. I was like, bruh, that don't even make sense.
Like, why?
Right. Just regional. Just don't makes zero sense at all.
Is it like a company that bought out a lot? I don't understand what's going on. Is it sponsorships or something? Like Amazon run everything now or something?
I have no idea, but I think we're reaching the point we might have to just get rid of all the conferences and just make it.
I thought they said they were gonna get rid of all the conferences. It seems like they're just dissolving anyways. What's the Pac-1? The Pac-Us? Like 2 of them? Nah, for real, it's like the pack us.
Packed up, that's what they are.
Yeah, so I don't understand why you just don't allow people just to be independent, make their own, you know what I mean, non-conference schedule, and just play the people in your region.
Right, or make the conferences like the NBA does or something like that, right? Just so it can be regionally.
Why you got college athletes who are students and athletes. They got to still find time to get some of their schoolwork done if they're serious about their schoolwork. Every athlete ain't serious, but it's not like the league where you got all this free time. You're still going to be a student.
Right, and then you got going. Makes zero sense to me. But we got boxing update. Got some knockouts over the weekend. Pedro.
Hey, man. Welcome to the last crescendo. Riyadh season, man. We had a lot of fights last week. Some replacements.
Okay.
And here it is, man. I'm not going to put all the fights, but here it is.
Let's put the knockouts.
This one was Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Israel Benjamov.
Okay.
Faced Crawford last year.
Okay.
He ended up winning by unanimous decision. There it is. No knockouts or anything like that. One of the fights. Then the second fight that caught my attention, obviously, Shakur Stevenson. There you go, man. Another replacement fight. I believe this kid from Texas, Scarfield, was supposed to fight him. He got ill, he got sick, and then this guy, Josh Padley, faced Shakur. Got to give it to him, but he ended up. There you go.
Man, that man should have just forfeited.
But I read that the dude that lost, he made enough money where he could like stop, quit his electrician job and be a full-time boxer now and focus on boxing full-time.
The guy that fought Shakur?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, man. I knew there was something off to.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that, man. Kudos to him, though.
Look at this fight. One of the heavyweights.
Oh, my.
Oh, damn.
This guy, Martin McCauley, he was like the boogeyman for like since last year.
Him?
And then he replaced, I believe, Daniel Dubois. He replaced him and he got knocked out.
Yeah, he looked like he was.
Look at that. It's like a grease on top of the head. Look at that.
Yeah.
He beat Jared Anderson last year, remember? In one of the Riyadh season as well. Sometime in August of last year.
Oh man, the way he fell.
You really put that in slow motion?
Of course,
Looked like he didn't want to fall.
the rematch of Dimitri Bivol against Arthur Beterbiev for undisputed championship. And of course, there it is. Bivol ended up winning the fight. Unanimous or majority decision.
Yeah, I don't know about boxing a man with a beard like that. I'm just saying, bro. That's a lot of cushion. He ain't feeling it the way Bebo was feeling them hits, bro. I ain't with that. You shave that, bro. You just let it smack you, dog. Like,
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We got Tank and Frank Roach.
That's it right there this week.
Oh, that's Saturday.
yeah. I think my Cody's fixed.
It's fixed. I'm gonna pull up and watch this with you.
I probably watched this.
Okay.
And Lamont Roach, they know each other. And from Baltimore, and also, it's going to be one of those fights where someone's coming up with a weight challenging Tank. I don't know, man.
You see what happened last time? Somebody did that.
So let's see if it works out.
So Tank by knockout. That's my prediction.
Yeah, man. Hope dude's conditioned enough, because that's all Tank gonna wait for. See when you get tired.
Indeed.
And one last time, Shakur Stevenson must face Tank at some point. I mean, they gotta fight.
I mean, look what he did to the guy that just stepped in as a replacement. Like, kudos to him, though, for, achieving his dream and being able to be a pro, full time. But
Right.
But you know what I mean? Like, the best of the best, they must fight.
yeah, that's just how it goes.
Yeah, but that's how it goes. Just like in high school basketball, they talking about Brewster Academy and Putnam Science got to play again. They got to play each other.
Yeah, you would think.
Right. They got a whole petition going on Twitter right now about that.
I mean, if they're good enough, they should be in the playoff tournaments. I don't know if they're in the same.
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. Oh, speaking of boxing, we're gonna have Rashidi Ellis next week. We're gonna have him on next week. We tried to get him on today, but time-wise we couldn't, and he had, we tried to get it for the afternoon, but he got some responsibilities that he has to handle in the afternoon. But I spoke with him today. He said next week he'll come down, and we'll get him in here to chat and stuff like that. So be on the lookout for that. We got interviews. Check these out. Then we're going to come back. Wrap this thing up. We might talk a little more trash about people. I'm joking. 1918, your team was down. You guys go on a 26-0 run, and it was all defense on that run. What can you say about your defense in that span? You guys said it's making it difficult for them to get anything going.
Yeah, I thought early they did a good job getting sides, like reversing the ball, and it took away a lot of our help defense, and then they started converting some threes. So we made a minor adjustment and allowed our guys to switch any ball screen action to try and put a little bit more pressure into the ball to avoid, one, the skip pass for threes, but also just the ball reversal in that ball screen continuity action they were running. And then just playing with more intensity and toughness, I think, was the key to that 26-0 run.
And then with that, your offense fed off that. You guys got a lot of open looks, second chance points. I mean, what do you say about the stretch your team's been on offensively? It seems like you guys have been really sharing that ball, and it seems like good things have happened when you guys have found the open man.
Yeah, we got a ton of trust, and that's one of our keys every game. We score off our defense, get a lot of easy buckets, either layups, kick out threes, get going from the free throw line. Ryan Mesh, unbelievable passer, and he's our engine. But we don't have many holes. We got great size, we got great shot makers, we got a lot of depth, and we got a lot of trust. So it's a group that's connected, and like you said, we just kind of feed off each other's energy, and there's a lot of love, a lot of trust in this team.
Lastly, coming off that win against New Hampton last week, one of those games you guys made plays down the stretch, sinking big free throws down the stretch. I mean, going to this last stretch of the season, we're approaching March, it's a big month. What do you want to see from these guys in this last stretch, with this good momentum that you guys have going?
Yeah, I think in the playoffs, one of the keys is being able to execute in the half court, specifically offensively. I trust our defense. We have a lot of solutions. We got a goalie and Theo at the rim. We do a great job protecting the paint and then flying out in our closeouts. So, I think we'll be fine defensively, but there's going to be some teams that have a little extra energy and toughness and effort in the playoff setting, and we got to be able to have the patience and detail and discipline in the half court to execute and get it done.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, Jacob, man, you guys were down 19-18. It was that first 3-4 minutes of the game is back and forth, and you guys really turned it up on the defense, going a 26-0 run. I just want to ask you specifically about your defense, your team defense in that stretch. What were you guys doing so well to get them out of their rhythm?
I think what we're doing so well on defense, is just staying poised and just staying connected. First few minutes they were hitting a lot of shots, a lot of threes, so it was giving us a lot of trouble. But us just staying connected, not really overthinking and being able to keep the intensity and not letting us falter us. I think that's what helped us in the long run.
Yeah, your guards, everybody in the front court, in the back court played well. Jay, Ryan, Deshaun, Nathan. I mean, what can you say about them in this stretch of games that you guys played? Just how well they've been playing, including today with all the shots they were knocking down.
Yeah, I mean, they've been amazing. Like Jay, both Ryans, both down the stretch in our win streak that we've been going on. They've been playing amazing. Been able to get downhill, been able to hit big shots, especially in the clutch, and also being able to facilitate our offense and make great passes. It's everything we ask in guards. And I think just credit to them for trusting us as well as point guards, and as a team, just being able to play like that and stay connected.
Right. Is this one of the more complete teams that you've been around, just from position one to the last game on the bench? It seems like this is one of the more complete teams in the game.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. I think me personally, throughout all my years of basketball, this is 100% the most connected and most complete team that I've been a part of. Everybody, there's no egos on the team. Everybody loves each other the same way. We trust each other the same way. And we always just end up sticking it out. And, none can stop us right now. We're rolling.
Right. And also, playoffs is right around the corner. You guys, as you said, you guys are in the hot streak right now. What do you want to see from the team in these upcoming games? So you guys can keep this thing going.
Yeah, I say I don't think it's nothing new. I think we're doing great right now, just being able to stay poised and stay connected, and also being able to stay tough. I think those are the biggest things right now that's helping us towards wins, and I think if we just keep staying on that track, we'll be good for the chip.
All right, man, congrats on the win.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.
All right, AV, moving on to it. It was a tie game, 16 after one quarter, and then that second quarter, it seems like the team went to their bread and butter, which is the bigs down low.
Yeah.
Took their advantage. Was that just an adjustment made after that first quarter?
Yeah. Our bigs really help us. We've seen that all the defenders were coming out on the shooters, so we just dropped it down to the bigs and they did their magic.
For you, offensively, you had a really good game, 17 points, hit a lot of open threes.
Oh, yeah.
You open and you knock them down. I mean, which is one of the cardinal sin in basketball that leave a player open. But
Yeah.
How confident were you after that first shot? It seemed like you really got in the flow.
I was pretty confident. Like once I hit a shot, I know what's gonna go in and what's not, you know. So.
And also, how was defensively? How was you guys able to build that 10-point lead? And each time they had a run, combated that with another run to get it back to double digits. You know, how was the team able to stay poised and under control in those situations?
Honestly, we just talked the whole time. We needed to communicate the whole time, and we figured that out, and that's what really helped us.
All right, lastly, so win in advance. This is the time of the year. Thursday, you know, it's pretty short turnaround.
Yeah.
Practice tomorrow and get ready for Thursday. What's the thing you think the team needs to do to pull away to come out with the win going to the
Definitely moving the ball around and working together as a team. I think that's really what's going to help us the most. So, thank you.
I say the preparation, you know, put in a lot of work in practice, a lot of preparation came into this team, ran their plays a lot. So I say the dedication to the detail end up paying off in the long run.
Yeah, coach said attention to details. That's, yeah.
Cambridge just has a special defense, you know, and we take pride in our defense. So when we keyed into our defensive details, we locked in, we started communicating, shifting properly. It just naturally ended up going our way.
When we play how the coach wants us to, everything works and we get stops.
I was just hooping, you know. I kind of got in my head in that first quarter, but my teammates helped pick me up, and, you know, they needed me. So I just said hoop it. I just said, you know, it's going to hoop. Then that's what I did. I'm just ready for that competition. I heard New North is a very good team. I'm just excited to play against some good competition and win with my brothers, hopefully.
We're going to take it one day at a time. We got practice tomorrow, so we'll be ready. Thank you.
open. Can't keep leaving them open. Amara got to take advantage. To the Baja. There you go. They must have heard me. Here comes Day. To the Baja. To the Baja. Taya, the only one back. Good pass. Can you... Ball. Trey ball. God. Amara. Shooter. Go off the glass. The rebound. Shot to tie it up. Where's communicate? Shot. Got it. Liana. Jayliana. Oh, God. Oh, and it's paid dividends. Wide open. Wide open. Back, buddy. To the Baja and one. Good pass. Got the roll, which is leading to turnovers. Shot. Barbecue chicken alert. Barbecue chicken alert. Sanaya. Get a hand up. James. She finally missed. They got to stick to her. Midi. Oh, my. Concepcion. Off they go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Games. Lynn Tech, they're playing somebody. I think the game's Friday, though. They're going to play the winner of, like, Smithsville and...
Where they playing?
The game will be at Tech.
Oh, okay.
The game will be 3 home games on Friday. St. Mary's is at home. Lynn Tech is playing the winner of Millis and Smith Vocational Tech. Tech's the 8 seed. Their side of the bracket is tough, but, those guys will be ready.
Hold on, Tech's the 8th seed and they get a home game, and they did them Casco girls like that last year?
I don't understand. I told you, I don't know. It's power rankings and how.
I'm just saying, I'm all about our teams getting, home. I'm just wondering when we had our issue last year about the girls, they were 20-win season or something like that.
Yeah.
One of the most wins they had in a while, and they had to go all the way to.
Well, today they're in Hudson. They're in Hudson for a 5:30 game. Lynn Classical girls. All right, so Lynn Classical boys, they got a home game Friday. They'll be playing Pittsfield. I might be there. Winner, if they win and St. Mary's win, we got a matchup between St. Mary's and Lynn Classical. As my guy Matt Felt said, they might have to move the location because it might be packed in that one.
It should be. I'll be at that one.
Yeah,
I like being classical.
the whole city might be at that one if that happens. So we'll see what happens. Lynn Tech girls lost last night. Their season is over, but everybody else is playing Friday. So. I think Kip is playing tomorrow. So Kip, they're playing at Classical tomorrow because their gym, I think part of the floor is like messed up. So safety reasons, yeah, they was telling me that like part of the floor is like, yeah. So they got to fix that. So that's that. But yeah, check those out. My brother's birthday was Monday. He just turned 40. He in the 40 club.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Yeah, happy birthday to him. My birthday is actually on Tuesday. I forgot.
Me too. I'm an awful friend.
Yeah, I forgot.
I tell people all the time, do not judge me based on me knowing your birthday as a friend. I'll feel you every time.
At this point in life, we just happy to reach your birthday.
For real.
Don't even matter. We just happy to reach your birthday at this point in life. Oh snap! I was on the All-In Huddle with my guy Joe Dub over the weekend. We had Ant on. Ant was on. CB was on. It was a good time. I think that'll be on Spotify coming up. So
that's dope.
Yeah. Make sure you tune that in. Also, my grandma said, "Y'all better stop messing with me." So my grandma. We out of here. If you see us, if you see us, say hello.
And if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Yeah. Because I can't get ignorant.
And I am. So. What it is.
Yeah. Per our opening monologue, I really don't get out of character like that, but you know, you just can't tell somebody to eat a and think they're not gonna respond.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, but it is what it is. We out of here. We want to thank Pedro.
Nigga.